accent and how you speak, how you carry yourself. You don't have to be overly macho. You don't have to be overly complimentary. Gain her respect, and that's treating her as an equal. Don't bullshit her. Treat her as a human being. Treat her as you would treat yourself. As soon as you have that respect from her, she'll treat you with the same respect that you showed. Then you fuck the shit out of her.
John was to the adult film industry what Elvis Presley was to rock and roll. He simply was the king.
He was one and only king. No one else measures up.
He was a king.
John Holmes was the biggest male star that there was.
He wasn't that good looking, he wasn't that smart, he wasn't that brave, he just had a huge dick and he could fuck.
I'm talking about a dick from my elbow down.
John had multiple personalities.
Oh, he was very sweet and gentle.
John was a jerk. I never knew John when he wasn't doing drugs.
What actually was in his mind as he saw 4 people slaughtered?
John had an extremely low self-esteem.
He was an interesting man, very sociopathic.
He backhanded me in the mouth so hard that my tooth went through my lip.
Real deep.
He was proof that all men are not created equal.
Thank God for John Holmes, or I wouldn't have had a job this year.
I mean, we would say something like, "What do you think you are, John Holmes?" And everyone knew what that meant.
When they look at this industry in 100 years again, his name and pornography, it's the same.
I think you could mention a lot of porn stars from today's world that the housewives in the middle of America wouldn't know what the hell you were talking about, but they said John Holmes and everyone knows,
He was just a little boy with a big dick that discovered a pot of gold at the end of his zipper.
I asked him, well, how long do you want to do this? Because a lot of people in the hardcore field wanted to get out. And he looked at me and he said, until I'm dead.
I've been in the adult motion picture business a good number of years, and I've seen some very crazy things happen.
How did you get started in these films?
My name is John C. Holmes. I am something entirely unique because I've got the biggest in the business.
He was proof that all men are not created equal.
That was his claim to fame. He was a refugee from a freak show.
When I first saw his my reaction was, wow.
He undressed, and I looked, and I said, "You're going to be a star."
It's something that I want.
I cannot possibly imagine what I could have that you'd be interested in.
John Holmes is legendary and will be for decades to come.
I don't think there's anything within John Holmes' story that actually strays from the cliche. The young kid with a dream who gets that dream and then it spirals out of control.
John had a drug problem.
He had a real Jekyll Hyde personality.
He never trusted anyone.
He loved lying.
Everything in life is an act. Everything.
He couldn't get work to support his habit.
He went to running drugs for the mob.
One by one, the 4 bodies were removed from 8763 Wonderland Avenue.
Holmes's partial palm print was found above one of the bodies.
He came knocking at the door, covered in blood.
John had a heart of gold. He was a great person. He would have taken a bullet for me any time.
He was certainly capable of exposing hundreds of people to AIDS and not have any qualms about it.
So that's true, but there's such thing as heaven or hell.
He was going to get back at people one way or another.
The problem with all these people who do this is that they never think it's going to end, because it's a fantasy land business.